Hi guys, Miss Adventure 90 here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a soft summer smoky eye featuring this look you see here. So if you want to know how I achieved this look in these two photos, just keep watching. Okay, so just getting started here, I'm going to be working on applying my brows. I'm actually using a new product in this video. I'm featuring the Almay liquid liner in the color brown, and that's a product I've been using on my brows for the last few makeup looks I've been doing. It has a nice smudge proof application, and it kind of gives me a nice richer brow. So I kind of like this one a little bit better than the e.l.f. right now. So I'm just shading in, outlining my brows and filling them in. I want to get them nice and rich and dark. I'm still using that same technique of keeping the full body of the brow darker and the beginning of the brow lighter, so we have a nice natural faded effect going on, so it's not too harsh. So just going in with my spoolie here and just kind of blending that out a little bit. So I'm taking my tried and true Revlon Color Stay Foundation in the color 400 Caramel, and I'm just using that to outline and shape my brows, clean them up and make them nice and neat. Remember, you want to be careful when you're going in and you're shaping them up top. So now I'm going in with my Balm Cosmetics primer and put a lid on it, and I'm just slightly applying that all over my lid, trying not to blend it in too much to where that foundation stops on my brow bone there. I'm not going to go up that high with the primer. So I'm taking a kind of pinky, shimmery pink color. I guess it's kind of like a coral, from my Coastal Scents 252 Ultimate palette, and I'm just spreading that entirely over my primary lid and kind of making a little bit of an arc, if you kind of notice there. So just making sure we get that all over the lid, get it nice and covered. You see how we're making that arc with the edge of the brush? So we're taking a slightly deeper, it's actually a brown, but it has a pink undertone to it, and I'm using that as my transition color between the pink and my brow bone. So I'm just going directly above where I applied that pink color and just smearing it around all over the upper part of my lid. And it was a little bright in there, so I was trying to close my blinds a little bit so maybe you guys can see a little bit better. So now I'm going in with this kind of deep caramel color, and I'm just working little circles on the inner corner and the outer corner of my eye, and I'm lightly using windshield wiper motions to bring it across. So we see outer corner, and then the inner corner, and then lightly tracing back and forth using windshield wiper motions. Just going back to the other side, deepening it up a little bit. And I'm taking that same fluffy brush I was using to blend out the transition color to just blend out the outer colors. And I'm going back into that same coral color as I was using before, and I'm just lightly applying just above my lash line to create a nice highlighted effect there. I want that pink to come through really nice and visible. So I'm going in to line my eyes, slender cat eye using the e.l.f. gel liner in the color black. I'm just starting from the outside, drawing the tail and dragging the brush inward and filling it in as I go. Deluxe liner, and that's in jet black, and I'm just covering my waterline here. And like I mentioned before with these liners, they're really creamy, so we do have to go in and set them. So I'm using this opportunity to actually add a little bit more color to this eye look. So the color I'm using to set it on the inner corner is a kind of bright shimmery turquoise color. You can see there a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side, apply that turquoise color there. And now I want to go in and make it a little bit more transition, so I'm using a deeper color. I'm using like a teal, so I'm transitioning from a turquoise to a teal on my bottom lash line. Create a nice subtle gradient effect. Really make those blues pop out. And so I'm extending that all the way along my bottom lash line, all the way underneath my cat eye. So I took a break and to try to save some time on this video, and I applied my foundation. I was using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Toffee, and I already highlighted my face using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Yellow Corrector. And I didn't do any contouring, so that's what I'm doing right now, using my BH Cosmetics 6-piece blush and contour palette, and I'm using that dark brown shade you see there to contour my cheeks and my nose. I'm going into the Coastal Scents 10-piece blush palette. I'm using a nice kind of peachy pink color on my cheeks, and I'm applying it kind of heavy because I really want that color to stand out. But I am going to go over it in a moment with my setting powder to blend it in so it looks like a natural kind of blush. I'm just topping it off with a little bit of bronzer from e.l.f. in the color 110. So there's my setting powder, and that's my Revlon Nearly Naked in the color 050 Deep. I'm just taking a small kabuki and buffing that all over my face there. So I took a break for a second and applied my lashes, and now we're moving on to lips. And the liner you see me using here is an NYX lip liner, and it's an 835, and the color is Pinky. And you see my fiance moving around back there. So I'm just applying it and outlining my lips completely, and I'm going to go in and fade in the liner a little bit just to create a subtle ombre look. I'm not going to apply any lipstick in this look, only a lip gloss, so I kind of want to get a nice, I don't know, like a subtle ombre going. So I have this nice kind of rich pink lip liner going on here, and then the gloss I'm going to top it with is an NYX Butter Gloss. It's a really nice, pretty sheer pink, and the color is Apple Strudel, and they smell so good. They smell like candy. So see, just using the brush of my lip gloss to lightly blend that in with my lip liner. So it's like a nice, soft, subtle ombre appeal. And that's it, guys. That's the look.